So the white Jews are back at it again, trying to attack another black person for something inconsequential, stupid, dumb, and irrelevant, and also something that is actually true. So if you say something that they don't like, even if it's the truth, you have to apologize or you'll be punished. Now, who's going to punish you if you don't apologize, and how would they punish you? Well, look at Kyrie Irving, for example. He said something. No. He made a no. What did he do that hurt them so? Oh, he posted a link to a movie, and him posting the link to the movie just upset their feelings so much that they started to take away money. They took away money. Kyrie Irving lost endorsements. He was punished in all kinds of ways. He just posted a link, and they punished him by actually affecting him financially. And we know that that's what they do. If you do something they don't like, well, they will punish you by taking away your money. That's how much power that they have. So when people say that Jews don't control things, white Jews, well, I guess that's not that isn't really true, because if you didn't have any control over things, you wouldn't be able to punish people for irrelevant garbage that you just decided you were upset over. You wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff. But apparently they are able to, and that's because they hold a big portion of control over this country and over the world. Now, the reason that I'm making this is because the whole Jamie Foxx thing came out and he's being forced to apologize, and it made me think about something. You know, if you say something, I mean, you can be honest. You could say that Jewish people and the European Jews, or whatever, whoever, you can say the Jews were responsible for the murder of this man called Jesus Christ, which is the truth. That's supposedly, if you believe in religion, that's supposedly true. That goes along with the religious story. It's not something that Jamie Foxx just came up with out of the blue, or he made up, or he got from some radical group. No, this is a very well-known concept that a big portion of the world agrees on. And the fact that he said it in an online post years ago, well, you better take that back and apologize and do something about it, or the powers that be will punish you. And that's funny because recently, the obese Lizzo, she was accused of sort of coercing women to engage in sexual acts. And if they didn't, there was all the threat loomed over them that you can lose your job and your ability to make money. So if you don't want to lose your ability to make money and provide for yourself, well, you better eat this banana out of this woman's orifice, even if you don't want to. One woman complained that she was forced into touching another woman's naked body. That sounds pretty bad. Imagine if a man did that. Imagine if a man was accused of coercing or basically forcing women to eat fruit out of the genitals of someone else. Imagine that, or made the woman touch other naked people. Imagine what that guy would have to go through. Imagine if it was a black guy that did that. Oh my! They probably would have shot him and hung his corpse. But Lizzo did it. I don't see any endorsements being taken away at all. No endorsements, no loss of revenue, nobody threatening her. I don't see any of that stuff. And when Kyrie Irving posted that link, almost immediately overnight, talks of fining him $500,000, endorsements being lost, people demonizing him, ostracizing him. And that's for posting a link to a video that they didn't like. But when Lizzo basically forces women to engage in sexual acts, well, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal to force women to debase and degrade themselves for your pleasure. That's not a big deal all of a sudden. And it's not a big deal because the women that were targeted, the women that are are making the complaint, those women are black. They're not Jews. They're not whites. They're not white Jewish people. And they don't have the power to punish Lizzo. They can't do that because they don't control anything. They don't have power. The only time you are able to punish someone is if you have a measure of power over them. Those women don't have a measure of power over Lizzo, so they can't do anything to her. And the people that do have that kind of power, well, they don't give a crap about black women. So you're not going to see that. But when they do, when something is done against white Jews, well, then of course, then you have all kinds of punishments being handed out. And the only reason those punishments are handed out, the only reason they're able to hand out those punishments is because they wield a measure of power over people, society. Even people as powerful as Jamie Foxx or Kyrie Irving or Kanye West. That's the power that white Jews have. You say something they don't like, or you just do something they don't like. Something that's not illegal, that's not immoral, that's not even wrong. They just decided they don't like it. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to be punished. So, who runs the media? Who runs Hollywood? Who runs the banks and who runs all of this stuff? I'd say it's the people that have the ability to punish you if you do something they don't like.